is Yukun. Yukun is a 6'2" bear with bushy eyebrows who loves skateboarding. His parents sometimes walk into his room unannounced. He's a timid slave to corporate culture, and like every millennial, he's miserable over the fact that he'll never be able to save enough to own an apartment. Yukun was a mascot to a sushi chain in Hong Kong. I fell head over heels for him at first sight, and I ended up applying for their membership, obsessively collected their merch, and convinced my friends to eat there when they'd much rather eat at a classier establishment. As you can see, appreciation for cute things is universal, and it's an incredibly powerful tool that can shape behavior. Japan is one of the first countries that truly understood the potential of cuteness, turning it into an industry that rakes in billions of yen each year. And for several decades, it's been an inseparable part of their culture, capturing the hearts of kids and adults. So in this video, let's talk about how Kawaii manipulates our minds. Kawaii is one of the most well-known Japanese words, but actually has a complex meaning that gets lost in translation. It's often directly translated as cute, but it's actually broader than that. Which of these characters do you think is kawaii? Traditionally, the answer would be my melody, but the definition has expanded and many subcategories have formed since her birth. My favorite one is this one, the Kibito Dukan, and it's Kimo Kawaii, with Kimo meaning gross. It's so ugly that it's cute. It might not look like it, but these forest dolls were actually immensely popular, which was confusing to non-believers. I don't think it's that surprising that we think it's adorable though, because if you look closely, they've actually got a similar design to My Melody. They both kind of remind us of babies, having large heads, chubby cheeks, and a soft pastel color palette. Their silhouette looks round and soft, so they look harmless and even vulnerable. And they've got a sweet smile that invites you to approach them. Kawaii is a word that describes that feeling you have when your caregiving instincts get triggered. It makes you want to shower it with love and protect it. Although kawaii is subjective, since what triggers that feeling can vary from person to person, our reaction to cute things is universal. Have you ever eaten at the same table with a baby and found yourself unable to look away? Babies are designed to jump straight to the front of our brain processing cues. Cute things trigger our orbital frontal cortex, which regulates our emotions and pleasure. It only takes them 1/10 of a second to give us that burst of warm, fuzzy dopamine. Because they cut in line in front of everything else that's going on, our attention gets captured very quickly, and in an instant we want to get close to it and take care of it, regardless of our gender.
Sorry, again, I forgot the question. I'm just too into these puppies right now. Sorry, that was a terrible answer. I can't think right now. I'm too distracted by the cuteness of this little puppy right here.
So how does Japan use this to their advantage in their day-to-day designs? As the competition for our attention is becoming more fierce, organizations are hijacking our primal instincts. In Japan, no self-respecting business, town, or ministry would miss out on the massive marketing opportunity by not having a mascot. They are called yukeras, and they give a friendly face to their organization. The most popular one is Kumamon, and I'm sure most of you have seen him somewhere before. He debuted a decade ago to hype up Kumamoto's new train station, but became so popular that he raked in almost 1 trillion yen over the last decade. Yukeras are intentionally a little bit clumsy, bumbling, and awkward, but that's a secret to what makes them lovable. Even if they're being naughty, we can't help but forgive them immediately. Yukeras help soften the image of authorities in power that would otherwise feel intimidating, and help make government initiatives seem a lot less boring and a lot more shareable. Because characters are more relatable and can bring alive stories, they can help the public create an emotional connection with a brand. Like this cleaning product that I can't seem to stop thinking about. The thick eyebrows give me the impression that it's strong and deadly serious about killing germs. Just by adding some sparkly eyes, they can give mundane products a little bit of personality. While it's true that sex sells, cuteness might sell even better. Brands don't have to worry about whether it's distasteful or offensive. Cuteness is universal and age-appropriate, so it can be shared with a much wider audience. While my examples may seem a bit capitalistic so far, kawaii can be used for good too, in day-to-day lives. If you're ever struggling to focus on your work or studies, maybe try watching some cute animal videos. Cute things trigger our protective instincts, and we become more focused, careful, and attentive to detail. That's why most signs and warnings in Japan have cute characters on them. Cute things also have stress-relieving qualities, which can make stressful events or environments more soothing and welcoming. But kawaii hasn't always just been sunshines and rainbows though. Kawaii started as a symbol of rebellion in Japan. Like the hippies in America and goths in England, youth in Japan were rebelling against strict social expectations and authority by acting like a child. In the 70s, teenage girls in Japan were writing in rounded letters, along with hearts and stars, as a way to express themselves in a male-dominated society. It ended up being banned in many schools, but not before the trend was picked up by magazines and big companies. In recent years, kawaii culture has even penetrated the political sphere in other parts of Asia, having appeared as campaign merchandise for Taiwan's previous president and being the faces of Hong Kong and Thailand's protest against their government. Because kawaii characters are expressive and relatable, it's often used as a symbol of identity. It unites people with similar thoughts and helps garner attention to the cause you want to push forward. Kawaii was also born from the stresses of their work culture that's notorious for overworking their employees to the bone. Excessive overtime, strict hierarchies, tough competition, and heavy responsibilities. It's no wonder that in their off time they would gravitate towards the nostalgia of a simpler and sweeter period of their lives. While it's true that kawaii can be manipulative, it's more often seen as healing, which is incredibly important today as people all around the world are coping with loneliness and loss. That's why you can find cute designs everywhere in the world too, although not as pervasively as Japan. I'm sure most of us have tried this Snapchat filter before, or sprinkled this emoji on a few requests. And remember that amazing summer we had in 2016 when we all got together to catch Pokemon? Or the obsession we had over Baby Yoda right before the pandemic hit? So what about you? Is there any cute character you're obsessed with right now? And how have they taken over your life? Let's talk about it in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned to appreciate the intentions behind kawaii designs. This is just one part of an entire series where I explore the overwhelming and everyday side of Japanese design that I feel is underappreciated. Click the icon on the top right to check out our other videos and subscribe if you want to learn more about Japanese design. Anyways, see you in the next video. Bye!